The new librarian doesn't set one rule for the whole library. She walks through each section, adjusts her definition of dense based on how the books are arranged, and finds clusters at every scale from the massive sci-fi section to the tiny poetry corner. HDBSCAN hierarchical DBSCAN runs DBSCAN at every possible epsilon, from the tightest to the loosest. At the tightest epsilon, only the most packed clusters survive the absolute core of the sci-fi section where books are shoulder to shoulder. As epsilon loosens, more clusters emerge: cooking, history, biography. Some clusters appear briefly and disappear. They were artifacts, not real groups. The clusters that persist across many epsilon levels are the real ones. Transient clusters are noise. Persistence equals stability equals reality. The condensed cluster tree visualizes this. The trunk is the entire library. As you move up the tree, clusters split off. Sci-fi splits off early and persists to the top, a huge, stable branch. Poetry splits off later at a lower density threshold, but also persists a thin, stable twig. A spurious textbook plus cookbook cluster appears at one density level and immediately dissolves an unstable flicker, not a real cluster. DBSCAN picks clusters by their stability score, persistence times size. Stable clusters survive. Flickers are discarded. The poetry collection survives. At high density thresholds, the 15 poetry books are invisible, too sparse to register. But at the appropriate lower density, they form a stable cluster that persists across many epsilon levels. DBSCAN adapts to each cluster's natural density automatically, and each book gets a soft membership score, a probability of belonging to its assigned cluster. A romance mystery hybrid might be 85% romance, 15% mystery, not forced into one bin. The confidence score tells the librarian this book is firmly sci-fi, but that one at borderline. In single-cell biology, clustering defines cell types. Leiden clustering, the default in Scanpy and SERT, builds a nearest neighbor graph and detects communities. The resolution parameter acts like K, higher resolution, more clusters. It works well for standard analyses but requires manual resolution tuning. DBSCAN of embeddings finds subclusters at variable density, perfect for datasets where major cell types are density cells with 50,000 cells and rare types are sparse plasmacetoid dendritic cells with 200 cells. DBSCAN finds both in one run without resolution tuning. Choosing your method. K-Means, fastest, simplest, use when you know K and clusters are roughly equal sized and spherical. DBSCAN, automatic K, noise detection, use when clusters are similarly dense and you want to identify outliers. DBSCAN, adaptive density, soft membership, best for biological data where clusters span orders of magnitude in size. Leiden graph-based, resolution parameter, the practical default for single-cell RNA-seq because it integrates with the SERT and Scanpy ecosystems. The decision: how much do you know about your data structure? More knowledge, simpler method. Less knowledge, more adaptive method. K-Means plants flags and assigns every book. DBSCAN finds dense shelves and labels the rest as miscellaneous. DBSCAN finds stable sections at every density, from the massive sci-fi wall to the tiny poetry nook, and gives each book a confidence score. The best librarian adapts to the books, not the other way around. In single-cell biology, your cells are the books. Your clusters are the cell types. Choose the librarian that matches your library.